C cells detect the light, they cause the SCN, the signal gets sent to the SCN, which then causes melatonin to be blocked. So remember, melatonin is the hormone of darkness. So at night, melatonin is secreted, and then when you wake up at dawn and you get a lot of light, melatonin is blocked, and that resets your circadian rhythm. The big picture circadian clock is shown here. That BMAL and clock are the master regulators that bind this E-box element. They turn on the period and cry genes, which go out to the cytosol. Period and cry dimerize, come back and inhibit BMAL and clock. So there's this feedback inhibition. So I'll get into these blind examples in a second, but if you are a normal person and you are in a room, a dark room for days, basically you'll start to drift, and it will become about every 25 hours is your circadian clock. So it should make sense that you're drifting long, in that we've evolved to have a little longer than a 24-hour day, because that way the light can come in each dawn and set our circadian clock. If we had evolved to have a 23-hour day, then we couldn't use the rotation of the Earth, because we would be getting early an hour every day before the light came. So it's better to be a little late and then have a signal come. So let's talk about the different types of blindness. So you could not have rods. What's going to happen then? You should think through all of these, right? But I'll tell them now. Though if you don't have rods, you're not going to have good night vision, right? Because the rods are your very sensitive detections of light. You're not going to be colorblind because of your cones. If you don't have cones, you would be colorblind, but you could still detect light at night. You wouldn't have problems there. And if you have both of them, if you don't have rods or cones, you would be blind, but your circadian rhythm can still work. So there are blind people that have the iPRGC cells, and so if they get on a plane and go across the country or across the Atlantic, their circadian rhythm will be reset in the morning by the light, even though they're blind, because they have those iPRGC cells. Whereas, and this also has been shown, if someone has lost their eyes, for example, from war, and they take that same flight, their circadian rhythm will not be reset, because they've lost all of them. They've lost their iPRGCs as well.